My name is Roxy, and tonight I am going to try to persuade my audience to quit smoking. I'm going to start with a short video about Brandon and his journey through addiction to nicotine.
After losing my big left toe and the plastic tubing was stuck in my left leg, obviously I was able to stop smoking. But sometime over the next few months, I ended up smoking 4 or 5 cigarettes. The plastic tubing plugged up in my left kneecap, resulting in lost circulation to my left foot. In a matter of 3.5 weeks, my left foot went from a normal-looking foot to a foot that had to be amputated. A third of my foot was missing its skin, so you could see the red fleshy meat. Where my big toe used to be, I had a huge ulcer so big as the one I cleaned it out. Besides gagging on myself from the smell, I could see the bones inside of my foot. Both of my index fingers are shorter. The tips turned black, the black tissue fell off. I had bones sticking out of one of my index fingers, and then the other finger, the tip turned black, and then the doctor actually pulled that off. The addiction is so overwhelming that after losing my body parts, I'm still outside smoking. Berger's disease and my addiction to cigarettes has left a lasting impact. My life will always be affected from cigarettes.
Did you know that smoking is the leading preventable cause of death in the United States? Did you know that smoking causes more than 480,000 deaths per year? Smoking harms nearly every organ in your body. Did you also know that quitting smoking now can add years to your life? Half of all smokers who keep smoking end up dying from a smoking-related illness. And given the diseases that smoking can cause, it can steal your quality of life long before you die. Smoking-related illnesses can limit your activities by making it harder to breathe, get around, work, and play. No matter how old you are or how long you've smoked, quitting can help you live a longer and be healthier. People who stop smoking before age 50 cut their risk of dying in the next 15 years in half compared to those who keep smoking. Ex-smokers enjoy a higher quality of life, and they have fewer illnesses like colds and flus, lower rates of bronchitis and pneumonia, and feel healthier than people who still smoke. Quitting smoking has major and immediate health benefits for men and women of all ages. These benefits apply to people who already have smoking-related diseases and those who don't. Smoking causes about 90%, or 9 out of 10, of all lung cancer deaths in men and women. More women die from lung cancer each year than from breast cancer. Smokers are more likely than non-smokers to develop heart disease, stroke, and lung cancer. Smoking is estimated to increase the risk of men developing lung cancer by 25 times and women by 25.7 times. Even people who smoke fewer than 5 cigarettes a day can have early signs of cardiovascular disease. Nearly everyone knows that smoking can cause lung cancer, but few people realize it's also linked to a higher risk of many other kinds of cancers too, including cancer of the mouth, nose, sinus, lips, the larynx, the pharynx, esophagus, bladder, liver, and kidneys, and that's only half of them. Smoking greatly increases your risk of getting long-term lung disease like emphysema and chronic bronchitis. These diseases make it harder to breathe and are grouped under the name chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD. COPD causes chronic illness and disability. It gets worse over time and sometimes fatal. Emphysema and chronic bronchitis can be found in people as young as 40. Based on the data collected by the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, estimated that male smokers lost on average 13 years of life and females lost 14 and a half years of life. Smokers are twice as likely to die from a heart attack as non-smokers. Smoking puts you at a major risk of suffering from narrow blood vessels that carry blood to the leg and the arm muscles. Smoking also affects the vessels that carry blood to the brain, which can cause strokes. Smoking increases your risk of blindness and promotes cataracts. Women who smoke while pregnant are more likely to have ectopic pregnancies or miscarry. And did you know that mothers that smoke early during pregnancy are more likely to have babies with cleft lips, cleft palates, and even low birth weights? One of the keys to a successful quit is preparation. A great way to prepare to quit smoking is to create a quit plan. Set a date within 2 weeks. Sooner is better. Quitting smoking is easier with support from people important in your life. Let them know ahead of time your quit date and that you're planning to quit. Explain how they can help you quit. Taking your late night or early morning phone calls, patience with you while you go through your cravings, and your plans on doing things in a non-smoking environment. Get rid of smoking reminders. You can keep on track with smoking. Smoking reminders can include cigarettes, matches, ashtrays, and lighters. Quitting smoking is not going to be easy, but remember that most people who attempt to quit smoking do not succeed the first time. In fact, smokers usually need many tries, sometimes as many as 10, before they are able to quit for good. Even if you don't succeed the first few times, keep trying. You can usually learn from the mistakes so that you'll be ready for those pitfalls next time. Another thing that can be helpful is to smoke fewer cigarettes the week leading up to your quit date. This will cut back on the nicotine in your body and reduce the withdrawal symptoms. Using a nicotine replacement can help reduce withdrawal symptoms, but it works best when used with a stop smoking plan. Withdrawal from nicotine has 2 parts, the physical and the mental. The physical symptoms are annoying, but they're not life-threatening. Still, if you're not prepared for them, they can tempt you to go back to smoking. Quitting smoking lowers your risk of diabetes, lets blood vessels work better, and helps the heart and lungs. Quitting while you're younger will reduce your health risk more, but quitting at any age can give years back to your life that would be lost if you continue to smoke. So here I have some photos of some healthy lungs and then some not so healthy lungs and hearts here. Smoking not only harms your health, but it harms the health of those around you. Exposure to secondhand smoke has caused thousands of deaths each year from lung cancer in healthy non-smokers. Over the last 50 years, that amounts to more than 2.5 million deaths from secondhand smoke. Just 1 year after quitting smoking, your risk for a heart attack drops sharply. Within 2 to 5 years after quitting, your risk for a stroke could fall to about the same as a non-smoker. And did you know that 20 minutes after quitting, your heart rate drops, and 12 hours after quitting, carbon monoxide levels in your blood drops to normal? Some immediate rewards of quitting smoking are better smelling breath, hair, and clothes. Stained teeth get whiter, yellow fingers and fingertips disappear, food will taste better, and a sense of smell will return to normal. Smoking is less acceptable now than ever. This can cost you terms of friends, money, and convenience. Today, almost all workplaces have some type of smoking rules. Some employers even prefer to hire non-smokers. Successful quitting is in the matter of commitment, not luck. Decide on your own plan. Remind yourself that there is no such thing as just one cigarette or just one puff. Write out the desire to smoke. It will go away. But don't fool yourself into thinking that you can have just one. Quit smoking one day at a time. Do not concern yourself with next year, next month, next week, or even tomorrow. Concentrate on not smoking from the time you wake up till the time you go to sleep. Are there any questions from the audience?
Yes. Are there any support groups for the public to call?
Yes, there are free telephone-based programs that will link you straight to trained counselors, and this is also convenient because you don't even have to leave your home. Some of the places you could call is 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Any more questions?
Yes, I have one. Do you feel replacing cigarettes with e-cigarettes is good?
I do feel that e-cigarettes can be helpful because you can get e-cigarettes in any strength of nicotine and they don't have the other chemicals that cigarettes have in them. So you can start with a high percent of nicotine and eventually go down, and you can even get some with 0 nicotine so that if you just have the urge to have something in your hand. Well, remember to reward yourself. What you're doing is not easy and you deserve a reward. Thank you.